Hello everybody, my name is Nubkugar and I am developing a Minecraft server called Rune Venture. Now, you see, there's a mod pack called Vault Hunters that I used to play with my friends all the time. It is a lot of fun, and to give you guys who don't know a general synopsis of what it's about, you're essentially doing little adventures, little dungeon crawls pretty often. Now, it costs a little bit to go through those dungeon crawls, but in them you get just incredible loot, unimaginable loot. And you also gain experience to unlock the mods. So you don't even get access to most of the mods. You have to run through these dungeons, complete them, yada yada, to get the experience and the points needed to unlock the mods. I just love that. I love dungeon crawls. I love, the class system of Wynncraft. Wynncraft is an MMORPG server on Minecraft. Absolutely incredible what they do. It is astonishing what their developers have managed to create, and I really like that kind of stuff. So I was like, all right, how could I combine these but make it available for vanilla people? Because there's 1.5 million servers that are, mod servers, but nobody ever plays them. They have probably not any people on them because they're made 1 second for friends and gone the next. Who's really going around to play on a modded server? Not many people. So I wanted to make something that's just more accessible. And that's why I'm developing Rune Venture. And today's video is to show you guys actually some of my development. The server is still very much in closed alpha, is being put together block by block, and I am kind of creating this video to show you guys the development process of the server and gain a little bit of maybe a following while I'm at it. All right, so I talked about, procedural dungeons and dungeon crawls and all that. Well, what's that look like on this server? Here is the time portal. I'm creating a very extensive lore for this world that will pretty much just all be in the background, but it's fun for me anyways. And the premise is that there's a giant portal that has been discovered that goes back in time to the crypts and dungeons made by humans who disappeared long, long ago into the void. Now, people are discovering, lost knowledge, artifacts, powers, yada yada, all those wonderful things. And so that's the portal right here. In order to use the portal, though, you have to pay a cost. I have a vault keeper right here. You have to pay 6 netherite scrap and 7 armadillo scoop. Just some random materials to gather. Well, every time a person goes into the vault and opens it, it sets off this massive contraption. By massive, I mean it's generally humble in size compared to the people who create like the internet using redstone. Impressive stuff. Well, all this is a 4-way randomizer. Click a button, and it then goes off to one of these 4 randomizers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. These then all have a bunch of different options. I think it's like 9 different options each. And it runs a command block that gets rid of the villager that's currently up there and summons a new one. So if we now go look there, let's see, who do we have? 17 blocks of redstone and 64 carrots. Quite wonderful. And this is a way so players don't just, spend a day endlessly running dungeons. It also helps make sure that new players who do not have the equipment to safely play through the dungeons, they run into there and they're like, I'm dying 50 times. I've tried playing the dungeon, within the first 2 minutes of logging on the server. I can't help but die every time. Oh, the server's trash. Well, no, you just went in when you were not well equipped. So it's sort of like a little barrier of entry for people. And that was one of the first things I developed. Next is, oh yeah, 3D ladders. I'm very happy with those. Next is loot crates. Let's say it with me. Monetization, because a server costs money to run. Yeah, hey, sucks to suck. So I wanted to make it at least pretty. And I've made all of this using only 2 plugins and a lot of command blocks. I'll show you, and some resource packs. You left click, it previews all the different possible items that you can receive from these loot crates. And you have to actually get a key. So if I right click, it says missing key. So I'm going to get S crates, give key. Let's get a member reward. So made these custom keys right here. And now you just right click and it will play a pretty little animation with this texture over it. I'm very proud of. And oh, I got spring boots. Very cool. Lots of custom items, as you can see. Very fancy things. I love data packs. Now, how did I make this? Oh, that's sort of a reveal right there. I made it using command blocks. A lot of command blocks. The command blocks on the redstone repeaters, those are the particle effects. The repeating redstone or command blocks are what make the armor stands that have these heads spin. Then next is these command blocks, which summon the actual armor stands. These ones, which summon text displays, which go above the armor stands. And then these ones, which summon villagers, which are invisible, right into this place. So if you watch, try to walk into it, can't really walk into it because there is, in fact, a villager entity right there. And what's going on is that there's a plugin called conditional events. What happens is that if you left click on a mob, it checks, is that mob you attack a mob, is that mob a villager? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Does that villager have tag? Insert a tag here. I won't tell you guys. I don't need, someone exploiting the server. But, get a quick tag and checks. All right, well, then cancel the attack and instead run these commands. And it just runs the command for scrates preview common crate, like that. And then right click, checks your inventory. Do you have the key? Do you have the key? No? Well, now you do. And now it opens and plays. Basically, it's just the crate opening animation. Gives you a random item. Ooh, sweeping edge. Nice. And ta-da. And here's Gambling Gary. Oh. Little NPCs I made. They run off the same logic. You left click them to get one set of dialogue, right click them to get another set of dialogue. Writing dialogue's kind of boring. But I'm trying not to lore dump. It's like, all right, do I make the villagers just give you tutorials? Do I do lore dumps through them? I don't know. Do I want the village to seem alive, like there's just regular people, like Farmer Fred here, who's just keeping people fed? Do I want him to seem a typical good old stand-up dude? Yeah. Anyways, I also have a lot of 3D textures here that I am very happy with. I love resource packs. I think this server has like 13 resource packs already. Yeah. More NPCs, the random teleport, just so players can get out of the spawn area and go have fun making their bases. It's pretty much just, the server's a towny server at its core. It's a towny dungeon crawl, I guess would be the best way to describe it. People go around to make towns, become friends, make communities, and dungeon crawl. And then Wynncraft, kind of gets mixed in there because I'll be making a class system. I'm dreading making the class system quite a bit, but yeah. Anyways, that's sort of development log number 1. Thank you guys